Hi guys, Andrea here, coming at you with a combined update for weeks 3 and 4 from RNY gastric bypass I had on June 22nd, 2016 at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire. So at the end of week 2, when I last came at you, I weighed 227 pounds. By the end of week 3, I weighed 224.8 pounds, and that's a loss of 2.2 pounds for the week. Now at the end of week 4, I weigh 222 pounds, so a loss of 2.8 pounds for that week. And that's a total loss of 15.4 pounds since surgery. I know that I said in week 2 that I was just having a real trouble with my energy being real low. I think what helped that was after having my period, it was like my energy level bounced back almost to the level it was before surgery. It just seemed like I had a lot more energy after I got done with my period. So hopefully that was just because it was so close after surgery. I hope all periods aren't like that, but we'll see. In week 3, I did have some issues with food. I tried some baked haddock fish. That did not go well. I don't exactly know why. Either I just think it might have been too dry and too tough, maybe not soft and moist enough. I'm not exactly sure, but I ate that and immediately I started feeling, like I had about 2 ounces of it in. I started feeling like extreme chest pains and it all came back up. So it was a little disappointing, and just overall it's frustrating because I feel like my head is way ahead of my stomach. Like my head thinks, oh, I can handle this and that and whatever, but then my stomach is still very, very sensitive, and trying to coordinate my head and my stomach has been a big struggle. But we're getting there. At the end of week 3, I had a friend come visit. My friend Zach he lives in Virginia. He came and stayed with me for almost a week. And when he came here, I was a little worried about going out to eat. We didn't end up going out to eat at all while he was here. He did pick up some Chinese food once but we mostly just stayed home and cooked. I was a little nervous to go out to a restaurant. I had no idea what I would even be able to order, so I still have yet to go to a restaurant. But he got here on Tuesday night, and on Wednesday I ended up getting up early and we went downtown. We spent several hours out, looking at the town. I did a lot of walking. I drank a full 64 ounces of water, but I believe I still got dehydrated because I was sweating so much and it was hot, I needed to drink more, but sometimes it's hard enough to get that 64 ounces in. So I was just very active that day, but I felt like I could handle it because my energy was doing really well. I was feeling much more myself. It was just hot. And we did a few things on Thursday too, but pretty much Friday and Saturday and Sunday I needed to just recuperate from all the activity. He ended up leaving on Sunday afternoon, and he was pretty low maintenance. He didn't require a lot from me. He did a couple things on his own, but it was nice to have him around. He's actually a friend from my astrology class. I'm really into astrology, and so it was really nice to have him come and we could talk about astrology stuff, because not that many people that I know are into it or know that much about it, because it can be kind of a complex subject. But let's see, week 4 came along and I went to visit the nurse practitioner at my surgeon's office up at Dartmouth, and they cleared me for all foods and all exercise, which I'm not like a huge fan of exercise, so I don't really feel very ready for exercise, but I think I'll get myself motivated here pretty soon. There's a gym in town that I want to join. I definitely want to focus on muscle toning and stuff like that for sure, and maybe sprinkle in a little cardio. But when they cleared me for all food, I was just like, what? Are you serious? Like, I'm not ready. That's scary because I don't feel like, I don't have trouble swallowing or getting food in. It's just I'm a little scared to branch out and try new things because I just have had some bad experiences, like with the haddock, and it is very painful. The chest pressure pain is very uncomfortable, and I had that once after trying tuna. The tuna didn't come back up, but the pain lasted for 10 or 15 minutes, and like, you can't escape it. Like, that is just not a feeling that I want to have. So I'm a little nervous, like, I'm gonna try new foods, but it's gonna be a real slow process, I think. One of my favorite foods to eat right now is shrimp. I buy it and it's fully cooked, but it's frozen, and I take it out of the freezer. I can eat up to about 3 ounces of it, which is 12 pieces of this medium shrimp I get from Walmart. And I can put it in a strainer and then like run water over it, and it thaws out pretty quickly. And I can eat, I think it's 9 pieces of that shrimp that makes 3 ounces. Normally I only eat 6, but I can eat up to 9, I think. And that goes down really easily. Like, I don't have any trouble, and I usually just eat it plain. Like, I don't have cocktail sauce. I did once try seasoning it with a little Lowry's seasoning salt, but it already has so much sodium in it. I want to try to keep the sodium down because then I get super thirsty and then I can't drink for 30 minutes. But I don't know what the next new food I'm gonna try is. I'm just nervous. I'm scared because I do not like getting sick. Because when I got sick from that haddock, it actually, my stomach was very upset for like at least, so it happened, that was at dinner time, so at night, it was still funny acting the next day. So it's not even like a short, and I was like, I think I'm hungry now. I should probably eat something because I just threw up everything I had, but my stomach didn't want it, so it was weird. For the most part, I'm not having any trouble getting my water in. I think the hardest part of getting my water in is the timing of it. I'm so used to drinking fluids with my meals that it's hard. I literally have to set a timer and force myself to wait to drink anything until after 30 minutes. Now, when I went to see my primary care provider about 2 weeks out, she did prescribe me a birth control and told me to take it the Sunday following my first period. And so I ended up starting that about a week and a half ago. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't taken birth control I've taken it once before, and it was like in 2007. So I don't know how birth control really affects me. I feel like it's making me break out a lot, like a lot. And I also, it's hard to tell, like I think it might be making me emotional, but then there was a full moon on Monday, Tuesday, so I feel like that's heightened emotions. And then also the surgery, so I don't know, but I've had some like pretty emotional times. I see my therapist twice a week as it is on Mondays and Thursdays, but this week I had to call in for an additional day just because like I was just getting kind of overwhelmed. And so I don't know if it's like, I just feel like it could be many things like hormones changing from the birth control, the full moon, or the hormonal changes that go on with this surgery, like after losing a good bit of weight, because I've lost about, I think it was 22 pounds since the pre-op diet, and that was just over a month ago. So I mean, that's kind of, I mean, it doesn't sound like all that much to lose when you think about the surgery, but in real life, that's a lot to lose in a month. So I'm not yet needing new clothes. It's amazing how I can wear a lot of the same clothes that I have, like even though I'm essentially 30 pounds lighter than a weight that I could also wear them at. So we'll see. Like, I'm not sure how much more I can lose and still wear them. They are getting looser, which is nice. And I'm actually being able to pull out some stuff that I haven't been able to wear because it was too tight or whatever. But I'm literally only 5 pounds away from my lowest recorded weight as an adult, which was 217 pounds. That was back in 2009. And honestly, I only know that because I was looking at the medical records. Like, I never paid attention, I never had a scale or looked at my weight, so I avoided all that. But yeah, so I'm about to reach uncharted territory because the last weight I've been over 200 pounds since freshman year of high school at least. I know I weighed 211 as a freshman, and then I remember I did get down to 199 my freshman year, but I'm pretty sure it all pretty much came back on later. But yeah, we'll see, because by the time like winter comes around, because I live up in Vermont, like it's gonna get cold, like I will at least have a lot of baggy clothes. I might have to get some new clothes because I don't have any pants below a size 16, I don't think. But some of the 16s are kind of small 16s. But I'm wearing I can wear a 16 comfortably now. Yeah, so not much exciting so far since week 5 started today, but we'll see. My goal is to maybe try one new food at least in this next week, and hopefully it goes well. I bought all this chicken and it's in the freezer now, but I've read some things that suggest like chicken's not something that sits well for a while, so if anybody has any ideas on how to cook the chicken that where it wouldn't be too dry or too tough and could be wet enough and easy enough on my stomach, that would be much appreciated. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching and all the lovely support. Thanks, guys.